Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am Tudo Frank from Tudo ICT Academy. Today we are still looking at conditional statement in Excel, and the next function we want to look at is called the SUMIF formula. We will see how the SUMIF formula is being used in Excel. So what we need to do, it's very simple. I'll come down to Excel spreadsheet. Let's imagine we are asked to get total amount of sales made by each of the managers. It could be the region, it could be the salesman, it could be pay item, but let's look at pay manager. So how can this be done? Using the SUMIF function. Now we are using the SUMIF function for this purpose. So we come up here. Let's say we have a simple table here where we have a manager, and we have here total sales amount. So we want to get total sales amount for each of the manager. So how do we make this done? How do we get this done in a very simple way? Let's see what we can do. First, I will have to, as we just want to make it look like when we supply any manager name here. Once we supply any manager's name on this side, the total sales for that manager will come up here. And I think we have 4 managers, so I can equally align these cells, and maybe this is not a condition for it to work. It's just a way of making it look nice. So we have columns here. I can say if I type any manager in this side, I just want the total amount of sales for that manager to appear here, which means it's going to pick anywhere. Like example, one of the managers is matter. Anyway we have matter, the sales amount will be picked, calculated, as in will be summed together. Anyway we have matter, the sales amount will be summed together, and the total value that is for matter will appear right here. So let's see how this can be done. I will say equals to SUMIF. I have to use the capital letters so you can understand my writing. It's not a must, I'm just doing it. Even when you use SUMIF, there should be a bracket. So we have the range, we have the criteria, we have the sum range. Note, the first thing is the range. The range here, the first range here refers to where are the managers, the address where the managers' names are contained. The range of cells that contains the manager's name in this concept, as in this particular example. Then criteria here means where will you type the manager? Where will the manager name be typed in order to get the sum total of sales for that manager? Then the sum range means where are the values, as in which range, what is the range that contains the sales amounts. So we are going to do this. Please, you might not understand what I just finished saying, but just watch and see what I will do now. So the first thing, I come up here and I pick up the range of this by clicking here and dragging down to the end. Please note, if you don't know how to drag down, you have to write down the formula of this before you even start. This is from C2 to C30. The first place we have a manager name is in C2, and the last place we have a manager name is in C30. Note that. Then I put comma here, and then I click here, which is where I'm going to type the manager's name. I'll be typing the manager's name in cell L3. If I type any manager's name here, sum the total for me. So I will just say comma. Then where do we have the range of cells that will be summed together? The sum range is where we have the sales amounts. So I click here, drag it down to the end. So the first amount of cells appear in cell H2, and the last is at cell H30. So I can just come up here and I close my bracket. Please, this might be a little bit complicated. You have to know that The sum if equals to sum if is a constant. Open bracket to state the condition. The first thing here is C2 C30, which defines where we have the names of all the managers listed on this workbook. Then here we got L3, which is where I want to be typing the individual manager's name. This particular cell is cell L3. Then we got the range H2 H30, which is the range that contains the values of sales amounts from the beginning to the end, as you can see here. Then I close the bracket that I open here. So if I press enter, it's going to give me 0. Why? Because here is empty. Now what I need to do is to copy this function and paste it here, and equally paste it here. So they're all 0. Why do I paste in 4 places? Because we have 4 managers. So you just need to come up here and start typing the manager's name. You're going to see what will happen when I type the manager's names here. The first manager here is Mata. It doesn't matter the range you want to type. You can start from any manager. So I have here Mata, but you should type it correctly. Then we have here Haman. See what is happening as I'm typing? I have here Timothy. And I have here Douglas. So total sum for each of them has been calculated for me automatically. And I can format this value as accounting. If I format as accounting, it's going to look better, as you can see right now. So without having any calculation over here, we can know that Mata, total sales for Mata is this amount. Total sales for Haman is this. Total sales for this and that. You can see here. You can even visualize this. Sorry, I'm a data analyst. I like to visualize my data. So I can come to over here. I can say, okay, let me see. I can visualize this in a simple chart. Oh no, not pivot. I can pick a simple column chart to visualize that simple data. And this is our visualization. Very simple. From here we can know which manager actually have the best of sales. Sorry, I closed that so bad. Okay. You can see that Mata have the highest. I will delete this out because I don't need it. In this context, we were not asked to do that. Alright, so I got this done. Another example I want to do, because I will give you one to do by yourself. The next one I want to do is, what if we want to get the total in terms of bonus? Okay, we just want to get total in terms of sales bonus for the manager again, but in terms of sales bonus. Or let's say we want to get total in terms of the ease. We are getting the ease and the sales bonus. Let's know how much sales bonus goes for the ease, how much sales bonus. Okay, let's say manager and sales bonus will have been better. I will give you the ease as in the region and the VAT. Total VAT for each region is what you are going to do. I'm going to do the manager against the sales bonus. So I'll try this again. I will just have here manager sales bonus. Okay, as usual I have to make it look presentable. I'll come here and say equals to sum if, open bracket. First of all, I'll pick the managers again. Comma. Then what I need to do is to pick this address. I will be typing my manager's name, comma. Then I select the sales bonus from beginning down to the end. Then I close my bracket and I said enter. So I can as well, I can copy this and paste it over here. I just copy, I can even copy the names of this, paste them here, and we got their sales bonus. So Martha goes on with 33,000. Herman have the same sales bonus. What a coincidence. Timothy have less, and Douglas have 22,000. You can see. So total sales bonus for each of them has been calculated automatically, as you can see, and they know what will be given to each of them as their sales bonus. So I want you to try out some other thing. You can try the total units of sales made by each of the salesman. You can try the total VAT made by each of the region. You can equally try total sales, total amount of sales made by each of the items. Just try this to get this formula correct, to know it perfectly. I believe by now you understand how the SUMIF function works. If you don't get it, watch the video again and again. Believe me, you gotta get it right. I am Tudor Frank from Tudor ICT Academy. Don't forget, I have to format this as accounting because these are monetary values. Alright, see you in the next video where we are going to look at the count if function. I'm going to look at the count if function. Thank you very much. I am Tudor Frank.